A lot of updates coming out of Santa Clara, but we also got two pretty substantial running back injury updates. Let's start with Christian McCaffrey. We'll also be talking about Isaac Guerendo, who had to be carted off the field yesterday versus Arizona. We have an update on him as well. But starting with CMC, Christian McCaffrey told Nick Wagner of ESPN that he's definitely close to being fully recovered from the knee injury that he suffered against the Buffalo Bills and ended his season. Obviously, he had already been returning from bilateral Achilles tendonitis that he had been suffering for multiple weeks, missing the huge portion of the season, and then finally was getting back and ready to go. And then, unfortunately, that injury occurred, but it is good to hear that he is almost fully recovered from that. And even went as far to say if the 49ers were in the playoffs, that he would play. So I think that tells you kind of where he is currently at and how he's feeling about all of that. So, Christian McCaffrey, I expect him to be fully healthy heading into next season. Clearly, got to be very cautious, I guess, of the bilateral Achilles tendonitis and just wanted to make sure that he's good to go in that realm. But I think we saw in that Buffalo Bills game, he looked like himself. And we just hadn't seen him look like himself in those multiple games prior. But thankfully, he looked like he was on his way back. So I think he had proven that the bilateral tendonitis, Achilles tendonitis thing can be overcome. And then on top of that, um, he's over this injury. So I expect a extremely motivated Christian McCaffrey next season. So that's a good thing for the San Francisco 49ers. But let's also talk about Isaac Guerendo. Isaac Guerendo tweeted out today that his ACL is good and that he will be back better than ever. And so this is a good thing. Kyle Shanahan wasn't really sure on the extent of the injury, and now with this injury, we don't have like, oh, he's going to be out for a month, he's going to be out for 2 months. We don't know that, but basically by pointing out that the ACL is good and like the tweet that he's putting out, I'm hopeful that this doesn't require surgery and that he should be good to go pretty quickly after this. I mean, maybe if the 49ers were playing in the playoffs, he would miss some games, but as we know, they're not. So he has all offseason to recover. And I would imagine that he will be in a good spot moving forward. So good news, good injury news so far for the San Francisco 49ers in regards to the injury situation. So I'm happy with that. I'm good with that. Again, it's the end of the year. So I think just again, heading into the offseason, knowing that, these two guys are good. We actually haven't heard from Jordan Mason. I'm actually curious to hear about the status of Jordan Mason and where he is currently at. So that one would be interesting to see. However, I am happy for both Christian McCaffrey and Isaac Guerendo at this current state. And hey, Isaac Guerendo showed a lot this year. He really did look like he got better with each and every game. And you can think, man, if Jordan Mason does return next year, he is a restricted free agent, so there's definitely a pathway for him to be back. That's a pretty good three-headed monster right there in regards to a running back room. I thought Patrick Taylor was a solid back. I wouldn't mind having him back, as like your fourth or fifth guy in the hopper. So it'll be fascinating to see how the 49ers attack the running back room. I know a lot of people are like the idea of adding Genty or Scadaboo in the draft. I'm hesitant on Genty just because he's going to need to be drafted in the first round. And I just feel like the 49ers have so many more pressing needs then running back, considering the fact that they do have Christian McCaffrey. Isaac Guerendo is going to be good. He's proven to be serviceable, and Jordan Mason might be back next year. That it would seem a little bit more likely to target maybe a Scattaboo if you do want to draft a running back early, and that more so in like the second, third range, opposed to first round. So that's my thought on that. But we'll see. We'll see what the 49ers ultimate plan is for, building out that roster and all that stuff. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.